Hello, my name is Phil. This is Podaluma. This week I've got Danielle Stroble talking to me in studio again. It's primarily because of COVID. With that, she's always one of my favorite people to talk to. So here's another great conversation with Danielle. I've been fooling around with other mics that are not these, and it's.
I know. I mean, I kind of get spoiled with the good shit.
Yep, it's the good stuff. Okay, fine. That's not loading. Danielle.
Hi, Phil.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Not bad. How was last night? You sat down with the girls?
Yeah, we recorded.
Can I say that? Can I say girls or?
Yeah.
Is that?
They're not sensitive about that kind of thing. The ladies. The women. I don't know.
The golden girls.
Yeah, well, I don't. That's pushing it. As far as I'm concerned, you can fuck off.
There's the girls, but you throw golden in there. And
it's a game changer.
It changes everything.
Also, they're all, we're all over 40, but they're all barely over 40. I'm almost over 50.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I have a couple years.
I got nothing
still in my 40s, but
I got nothing to say because I'm 50.
Yeah. I may have to change my whole marketing campaign as soon as I turn 50.
So Petaluma, what do we do? So you run a local business here. How do we, what's going on as far as opening up?
So yesterday the governor lifted this stay at home or shelter in place, whatever.
I don't even know what we call it, but
which basically means we just go back to the purple tier, which means not much other than you can get a haircut, you can eat outside.
Eat outside.
I think that's a big deal.
That's a huge deal.
I feel like a lot of us miss that. Although it's going to start raining for days upon days upon days. So
yeah, I haven't seen
nobody's going to be eating outside.
I haven't seen any rain yet.
I think the frustrating thing for some of the, especially restaurant owners right now is they just announced yesterday.
I'm going to interrupt you. This started, I think, mid-December.
Mm-hmm, the 2nd of December. The
2nd of December. And where are we at today? The 20 whatever?
I might be wrong about the 2nd. I think it was the 2nd.
What's the date today? The 26th?
Today's the 26th or something.
So it's almost 2 months.
I might be wrong about the 2nd then. I think
it's been a long time. So no
it's been
eating
at least
outside.
6 weeks.
No haircuts. I haven't got a haircut.
So, but what they did yesterday was, so the governor lifted the order. All of the restaurants, everybody got the notice at the same time. The public, the restaurants. So the restaurants were basically told, you can open today.
Oh shit!
But they hadn't, they're not prepared with food.
Yeah, you got to get inventory
have staff. They don't, so. And then it's going to start raining. So now that, that we've had the last few weeks were beautiful weather, right? And I get it. I mean, we can't go backwards, but it's just such a shit show in the way that it gets handled.
I don't own a restaurant, but I'm going to stick up for the bean counters and the pencil pushers on this one. And that is, they're probably trying to open as soon as possible. So
of course.
They're saying we could have delayed this a week to get your staff back and make some orders or whatever, but
yeah, I think you're giving them too much credit.
We're throwing the gate open.
But anyway, it doesn't matter. We're open. So that's great news. Again, back to the purple tier, which basically just means we're super limited. You can get a car wash, and a haircut, and
eat outside.
Eat outside, yeah. But it's a step forward. And I think there's a lot of optimism about this time around, probably because the vaccines are coming out. And I don't know. I just hope some of the people learn the lesson and be like, put your goddamn mask on.
I know.
Because otherwise we're going to be in this place again.
No, the mask is the vaccine right now. I think that gets lost sometimes.
It does. And, for us small business owners, we don't have the luxury of just being able to open and close, and it not affect the longevity or lack thereof of our business. I mean, we're hanging on by our fingernails right now. And
yeah, I'm not laughing at hanging on by your fingernails, but
is that even a saying? Hanging on by your fingernails?
Skin your teeth?
Maybe that was better.
I don't know.
Whatever. Barely.
But anti-maskers and anti-vaxxers drive me nuts.
Yeah.
I don't know. We haven't talked about this, but I don't know because some people are very passionate about their position on vaccines. And I have strong feelings myself. And that is that
I do too.
If you don't get the vaccine, you're an idiot.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, good.
I'm not an your word.
You're like, you fucking
No,
dick.
I mean, this is one of those really polarizing topics, especially
How
where
can
we
that be,
live.
though?
I know.
How the fuck can that be?
I don't know, because I'm on the side of get your goddamn vaccine. I do see, I understand that sometimes there are people who've had bad experiences, and everything is a crapshoot in life. You know what I mean? Like there's statistics to everything.
I think the bad experiences specifically are called allergic reactions, right?
Right.
I mean, it's not like people get the polio, or given the polio vaccine and they get polio.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Your body has a allergic reaction to it.
Yes.
And then they hit you with the EpiPen and you're good.
Right. Like for me, for example, I'm allergic to steroids. So if I were to get, poison oak or anything that you would have to get some sort of steroid injection for, or even sort of, mine is so sensitive. I can't even do topical, but so if I get something,
prednisone, any of
that.
Gotcha.
And so I can't take it, but that doesn't mean I'm an anti-vaxxer. It just means I'm not going to, I had a reaction.
Which, by the way, is more reason for me to get it, right? Because when it comes to masks and vaccines, it's about having everybody else's back, Right.
Yeah. It's not a selfish thing. It's, I don't know. I'm on the same page with you. Just right now, keep your mask on so we can stay open and life can eventually open back up, and then get your goddamn vaccine and let's move on.
And the mask people, just if
you
there's
just
any,
lost half your listeners here.
Yeah, I don't care. For the anti-mask people, nobody likes the mask. You know what I mean? It's not like we're like, yay, we get to wear our masks and fuck you anti-mask people.
Yeah, I know.
Nobody likes the mask. Nobody likes the mask.
It makes a difference. I mean,
just so you're not so special that your freedoms are being infringed upon or anything else. You want some freedom? Put the mask on so we can all get back to some freedom,
Yeah, really. You're going to get more freedom if you put your mask on. I want to go to Stockholm
and get some fucking meatballs,
Oh, God, their meatballs are so great.
I want to sit inside. I want some lemonade. I want to sit European style at the table. I want to look at the candy and I want to have some meatballs.
Their gummy candy is to die for. You know what she's done in there? She's created a marketplace. I don't know if you've been by the window, but she's got some beautiful, beautiful stuff in there to buy. Not like food related. It's totally other stuff. She's created a marketplace, and everything is inspired either by, a Scandinavian design, or it's from a woman business owner, or,
that's awesome.
Like she's very intentional about the products that she's putting in there. And Andrea, by the way, has impeccable taste. So, anything that's going to be in there.
Fucking hustler too.
I know.
You know what I mean?
So yeah, anybody who needs to buy a gift for themselves or somebody else should go to Stockholm.
When I talked to Andrea, I was impressed with, cause I'm still in my holding pattern mode of COVID, right?
Yeah.
I've set 2/3 of my life to the side and I'm waiting like this, I mean, we don't get to do this much. You got to pick your shots. You got to be extra careful. And Andrea is like, I'm going to realign. And I know you like that. I'm going to realign my life to work in a COVID world.
Yeah, that's what you have to do.
She went 2/3 in. She's like, I'll suspend this third, but I'm not going to wait. Yeah. I'm not going to wait to live.
The thing is that it's good she did. I mean, obviously their scenario is a little bit different. They have 2 restaurants, right? So they're suffering twice as hard because they've got to deal with what's happening in San Francisco as well, which sometimes is a little bit different than Sonoma County. But yeah, I mean, that's a hustler if I've ever met one, for sure.
I mean, so, she's just like, we're just going to do things this way now. Not, we're going to wait for things to, come back to us.
Oh, yeah. And that's how she's survived.
Yeah. And of all the people that I've talked to, and I talked to a lot of people, but of all the people I've talked to or seen, she has been, short of like the hand sanitizer hoarders starting a new business. I mean, she has been so light on her feet to get them pointed in the right direction,
Yeah, she's
not hand wringing going, oh, COVID and the governor and, they're not going to let us do this or that,
Not outwardly anyway.
Right. Well, she accepts it for what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's taken a toll on, it's been interesting for me because all the women that I do that podcast with, we're all in different
Which podcast
areas.
is that?
I'm not going to lie.
I'm not going to lie. You should drop the I'm. Just go with not going to lie.
Well, I think that was originally what we were going to do, and it was already taken. The URL was taken or something like that. Yeah.
Nope.
Uh-huh.
Okay, fine.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Anyway,
it's your show. You don't know.
Anyway, these women are all in kind of have different working backgrounds. And so I'm witnessing how COVID has affected them differently. And, the problems that Andrea has had, and there's some exhaustion there with her and Robert, because it's been almost a year of this,
It has been.
And,
in fact, I think we're just coming up on the anniversary.
But not a year since we've had to close down.
Right.
That was in March.
Right.
But either way,
it's March 6th, right? Was that the day?
No, it was after, because it was the 17th.
17th?
Yeah, because I came back from New York on the 15th, and we closed down like 2 days later. And then Nina, Nina is a yoga teacher, and she's had to completely shift all her stuff online as well. And she ended up creating a different type of membership model. And
so was she primarily in studio before, like in the room? Everybody goes to the yoga classes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she worked at several studios, and she shifted to doing classes outside at a beautiful winery up in Windsor for a while until they did the shelter in place, or the second or the third shelter. I don't fucking know how many we had. And so it's just been interesting to watch. How dare
she do yoga at a vineyard?
I know.
That sounds so perfect.
So it's so funny. I went to her class on my birthday last summer, and it was like a 9 a.m. class up and literally in the middle of a vineyard. Beautiful, beautiful. And then after we had
probably a nice
champagne,
big deck with the yoga mats laid out. Yeah.
And it was covered, right? Because it was in the middle of summer and it was hot as shit.
I could see the guys who were like pruning the vines. Like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. And, and she's a badass teacher too. She's really, really good at what she does. So it was a wonderful experience. And then we went in and had like rosé tasting, and it was lovely.
That's a win-win though.
It was a great birthday.
Because the winery, they get people through too.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. So she was doing that every weekend.
Amazing.
She did a few. Actually, she and Andrea partnered on a couple of events at Rusty Hinge's Ranch, which if you don't know this, you guys have to find out more about.
Is that Guerneville?
No, here in Petaluma.
Oh.
They do a really beautiful like subscription provisions boxes. And
really?
They have a beautiful property here in Petaluma that you can do like retreat type scenarios. And so Nina
retreat,
like outdoor retreats.
I know. You'll have to explain the whole concept of retreating to me.
Yeah, Nina would teach a class. Andrea or Stockholm catered it. So while she's teaching the class, Stockholm was setting up these beautiful outdoor tables with amazing, amazing food, and it was lovely. So they did some of that.
I'm wearing the watch again.
I know. Kelly.
Hey, you were the one that had the Apple Watch before I did, so don't give me any shit.
Yeah, you know what? I have to ask your opinion about something. I think I know what you're going to say, but I'm going to ask anyway. I'm horrified that I'm even going to admit this.
I've wrestled with this a lot.
I am considering buying one for my son.
Okay.
Who's only 6. And here's why, before everybody freaks out. I'm horrified to do it, but when he's not with me.
He splits time in 2 households.
Exactly.
Right.
And when he's not in my household, he's not doing school. So then when he comes to my household, we have to do school for the whole week he was gone and the whole week that he's with me. So instead of working on 15 assignments in a week, he has to do 30 because he wasn't doing them when he was at the other household.
Why do I feel like I'm in the middle of this? Something now?
I have tried so many ways. So the only answer I have is that I need to be able to call him.
Well, remind me, first grade?
First grade.
First grade?
I mean, it's nuts the amount of work that they're doing anyway, but.
Right. Zoom.
He's on 4 Zoom calls a day, but he's 6. He's not going to know that it's like 5 minutes to your Zoom class and his dad's not reminding him. So I need to be able to call him tough. 5 minutes before and say, buddy, you need to get on and he knows how to log in and all of that.
Because by the way, we all have dealt with this.
Yes. It's hard. It's not easy. But I thought if he has the watch,
I can tell you what we do.
I can call him 5 minutes before and I could say, bud, you need to get to your computer and you need to log in because
Right.
his dad won't remind him. So then he'll get on the call and he can do his work. And then he
Right.
doesn't have double the assignments when he's with me and we're not in tears all day, every